Money has no memory, experience has. You will never know the total cost of your education, but for a lifetime you will recall and relive those memories of schools and colleges. A few years from now, you will forget the amount you paid for hospitalization, but you will always cherish the memory of having saved your mother's life or the life you get to live with the newborn. You won't remember the cost of your honeymoon, but to the last breath remember the experiences of the bliss of togetherness. Money has no memory, experience has. Good times and bad times, times of prosperity and times of poverty, times when the future looked secure and the times when you didn't know from where your tomorrow would come from. Life has been in one way or another a roller coaster ride for everyone. Beyond all that abundance and beyond all the deprivation, what remains is the memory of experiences. Sometimes the wallet was full, sometimes even the pocket was empty. There was enough, and you still had reasons to frown. There was not enough, and you still had reasons to smile. Today, you can look back with tears of gratitude for all the times you had laughed together, and also look back with a smile at all the times you cried alone. All in all, life filled you with experiences to create a history of your own self, and you alone can remember them all. The first time you balanced yourself on your circle without support. The first time she said yes, and it was 2 years since you proposed. The first cry, the first steps, the first word, the first kiss, all of your child. The first gift you bought for your parents, and the first gift your daughter gave you. The first award, the first public appreciation, the first stage performance, and the list is endless. Experiences with timeless memory. There's no denying that anything material costs money, but the fact remains that eventually the cost of the experience will be forgotten, but the experience never. So, what if there's an economic recession? Let it be, but let there not be a recession to the quality of your life. You can still take your parents, if not on a pilgrimage, at least to a local temple. You can still play with your children, if not on an international holiday, at least in the local park. It does not cost money to lie down or to take a loved one into your lap. Nice time to train the employees, create leadership availability, and gear up for the wonderful time when they will arrive. And hey, aspects like your health, knowledge development, and spiritual growth are not economy dependent. Time will pass, the economy will revive, currency will soon be current again. And in all this, I don't want you to look back and realize you did nothing but wallow in gloom. Recession can make you lose out on money. Let it not make you lose out on experiences. If you are not happy with what you have, no matter how much more you have, you will still not be happy. Make a statement with the way you live your life. How I feel has nothing to do with how much I have. At birth, your life was a plain canvas. Your potential is the colors. Your choices are the strokes on the canvas. At death, this canvas will either be a treasured masterpiece or an unnoticed scribbling. That would be the judgment day on how good a painter you were in painting your life. Pampering weakens you. Love creates you. It seems the need to be pampered rather than the need to be loved is the greatest craving. What's the difference? To a lot of people, being loved means their loved ones should always be soft with them, always agree with what they say, never complain or criticize, never push them beyond their comfort zones. Basically, leave them as they are and not show any signs of wanting to change them. Pampering is love me only the way I want to be loved. Love is not love that pampers. Love is love that makes a difference. Pampering weakens you. Love creates you. No man is perfect. There is endless scope to improve. Except those who love you, no one else cares about whether you improve or not. In the name of tolerance, pampering will leave you with your imperfections. Even at the cost of hurting your ego, love will give you feedback to make a difference to you. Pampering works on your ego. Love works on you. No man can always be right. In the name of acceptance, pampering will make what's not okay look okay. Love will act as a mirror and reflect you to you, not as you want to be seen, but as you truly are. Pampering is a mere facade, wanting to appear nice. Love will take the risk of being mistaken and yet be a constructive critic. The motivation levels of most people are low. You need someone or something outside of you to push you. Pampering will sinfully leave you in your low performing comfort zone. Love will even dare to risk the friendship to create the friend. To demand, give more of yourself to life, is an intense expression of love. You cannot be left as you are. That which does not change, does not grow. The call to awaken one from his slumber is pure, classic love. Pampering is like boozing. It gives you a joyful evening, but nothing about you will change. Love is like meditation. It may seem like nothing is happening, and yet everything about you will change. Crave to be loved and to be created, and not to be pampered and allowed to stagnate. Oh, my beloved, I say you, my love may not come to you in the packaging you want. However, my love serves a purpose. It will create you. Acceptance is equals to positive emotion. When someone is doing something in a way I don't want it to be done and I am not able to accept it, I become angry. However, when someone is doing something in a way I don't want it to be done, but I am able to accept it, I remain tolerant. When someone has something that I don't have, or someone is able to produce results that I am not able to produce, and I am not able to accept it, I become jealous. However, if I can accept it, I get inspired. When I encounter uncertainty and I am not sure about how I am going to handle it and I am not able to accept it, it causes fear in me. When I encounter uncertainty and I am not sure about how I am going to handle it, but I am able to accept it, I feel adventurous. When someone has done something that has emotionally hurt me and I am not able to accept it, it develops hatred in me. When someone has done something that has emotionally hurt me and I am able to accept it, it helps me forgive them. When someone is present in my thoughts but is not physically present and I am not able to accept it, I say, I am missing you. When someone is present in my thoughts but is not physically present and I am able to accept it, I say, I am thinking of you. Then the emotional equation is quite simple. Something plus acceptance equals to positive emotion. Something plus non-acceptance equals to negative emotion. So, it is not something or someone who is making me feel positive or negative, but it is my acceptance or non-acceptance of something or someone that is making me feel positive or negative. It isn't the world, but the quality of my response to the world, acceptance or non-acceptance, that determines the quality of my emotions. The next time I find myself disturbed by a negative emotion, instead of asking who or what is disturbing me, I will examine who or what I am resisting, not accepting. I will replace resistance, non-acceptance with acceptance, and the negative emotion will turn into a positive one. Emotional management begins by stopping to blame that something or someone and starting to take the responsibility to respond to the life with acceptance.